All right, let's see. 9, today's the 13th. All right, this is third period. So tomorrow, all right, tomorrow on the 14th, you guys will report to 24-102. All right, so on Tuesday and Wednesday, third period will report to 24-102. I will be testing in here, and if you're not testing in here with me, if you got a pink slip on Friday and you're testing in here with me, then you're coming here at 8:30 in the morning. But if you're not, you're going to 24-102 for the next 2 days. That's Mrs. Bolskar. All right. In the meantime, today we're going to talk about, work with standard form of a linear equation. All right, and when a linear equation is in standard form, it looks like this. It looks like ax plus by is equal to c. All right, so it could look something like negative 2x plus 4y equals negative 5. All right, that's standard form. Something in front of the x or not. It could look like this as well. It could just be x plus y equals 1. All right. It could be x plus y equals 0. But you got an x as your first variable. You got a plus or minus a y as your second variable, with or without a number in front of it, equal to a constant. If you can't control yourself, you're going to have to go sit outside. All right, so the first part of your assignment today, you're going to be asked to write an equation. Write an equation in standard form. With integer coefficients. And what this integer coefficients means is whole numbers in front of the x and y. All right, you got to have whole numbers in front of the x and the y. So let's say that you're given an equation like this one. You got y equals 3/4 x minus 5. And you're asked to write this equation in standard form. Well, this 3/4 x, first of all, has to get over here on the left side. So you subtract 3/4 x from each side. And on the left-hand side of this equation now, we've got negative 3/4 x plus this y equal to this 5. This 5 up here is negative, so make sure the negative 5 drops down. Now, when this happens, we need integer coefficients. We need whole numbers in front of these variables. In this case, when you have 3/4 in front of a variable, we're going to multiply both equations now or both sides of the equal sign by 4. And I came up with this 4 because that's this denominator that we're trying to get rid of. All right, we're going to multiply both sides by 4 because it's in the denominator. So when you multiply negative 3/4 x times 4, it equals negative 3x. And then you multiply the 4 times the y, and you get 4y. And that's equal to negative 5 times 4, which is negative 20. So that's your equation in standard form. All right, it was given to you in slope-intercept form, and then we manipulated it a couple of times, and now it's in standard form. This negative 3 represents the A, this positive 4 represents the B, and the negative 20 represents the C. Y'all go with that? All right, let's say you get something like y equals 9.1x plus 3.6. Now, this is in slope-intercept form again, so we're going to follow the same procedure. We're going to subtract 9.1x from each side. And on this left-hand side, we get negative 9.1x plus y equals 3.6. Now, what you do to get rid of these decimals, all right? Over here, to get rid of the fraction, we multiplied by the denominator. To get rid of these fractions, or I'm sorry, these decimals, since they're both in the tenths place, we multiply both sides by 10. Since the number in front of the variable is a decimal to the tenths place, we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 10. That's going to eliminate the decimal. So negative 9.1 times 10 is negative 91x. Plus, we got 10 times 1y, so that's 10y, equal to 3.6 times 10. That's 36. So now you've got an equation with what's called integer coefficients. Everything in front of the variables are whole numbers. If there were two decimal places, you would multiply everything by 100. All right? Everybody good with taking an equation and putting it in standard form? Okay. Second part of your assignment today, you are going to be asked to find the intercepts and graph each line. All right, so let's say that you are given an equation like 3x plus 5y equals 15. And you're asked to find the intercepts and graph. The first thing you're going to do is write the equation down twice. Then, in your first equation, you're going to scratch out the y. And in the second equation, you're going to scratch out the x. Now you're going to solve both equations. So you're going to divide both sides by 3 on the left, and x equals 5. On the right, you're going to divide both sides by 5, and y equals 3. These are your intercepts. So what you do now is you draw a coordinate plane. This x equals 5 means this line that this equation represents hits the x-axis at 5. So we go out here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we put a point. And then we go to 3 on the y-axis, and we put a point there. And then you play connect the dots here. You just put a line through the 2 points. So that is the graph of 3x plus 5y equals 15. All right, let's do one more of those. Same directions, find the intercepts and graph each line. And now you're given 2x minus 4y. 2x minus 4y equals 8. All right, so we write it again. 2x minus 4y equals 8. In the first equation, I'm going to get rid of the y. Second equation, I'm getting rid of the x. Solve for each variable. So we got an x-intercept at 4. And a y-intercept at -2. So then we draw a coordinate plane. Here's our x, here's our y. On the x-axis, we intercept at 1, 2, 3, 4. On the y-intercept, we intercept at -2. Put a point on each of those. And run a line through them. So that is the graph of the line or of the equation that was 2x minus 4y equaled 8. Any questions on standard form? All right, your assignment for today is going to be on page 86. Problems 22 through 29.